I'm not gonna lie, like I am scared, and I hope he can be there with me, but it's starting to creep in that that might not be the case.
I spoke with Dr. Noor Abdullah, who watched plainclothes immigration police arrest her husband in New York City in the middle of the night. Mahmoud, a Columbia grad student and lawful permanent resident, played a key role last spring in campus protests against Israel's war on Gaza.
When people are asking me questions like, when was the turning point in his life that he decided he needs to speak about Palestine? He's Palestinian. Like the day he was born was the day that he decided to speak up for Palestine, you know?
Mahmoud was born in Syria to Palestinian refugees and grew up unable to access his homeland. He later fled Syria's Assad regime, moving to Lebanon and becoming what Noor calls a double refugee. In 2016, Mahmoud was working for an educational nonprofit in Lebanon when he met Noor, a US citizen who was volunteering with the program.
I still remember like the first time I met Mahmoud, the way he speaks, the way he talks, it's hard not to listen to him. And I remember thinking like, wow, this guy is gonna change the world.
The two fell in love and eventually married in 2023. They're expecting their first child this year.
Was Mahmoud excited to become a father?
So excited. Every day he would come up with like a new topic to talk to our son about. So he would like put his head on my belly and like start telling him stories. It would be about like ethics or about Palestine. I think that's also like a fear for him, missing the birth of his child and missing those first hours.
After Mahmoud's arrest, authorities transferred him to an immigration detention center over 1,000 miles away on the other side of the country.
Next day, we had no idea. I also didn't know where he was. I hadn't heard from him. I didn't hear from him until Monday. And at that point, he was already in Louisiana.
Immigration police have also transferred international students Rumeysa Ozturk and Ali Reza Daroudi and professor and postdoc Badar Khan Suri to the same jurisdiction. As of March 28th, the State Department says the U.S. has revoked over 300 international student visas. In an op-ed dictated from prison, Mahmoud called out Colombia for its lack of support.
Not a single person of leadership has reached out to me from Colombia. So it's frustrating when an institution that you're paying a lot of money to just kind of turns their back on you.
Immigration authorities continue to hold Mahmoud in detention with no criminal charges. Noor says it's important to zoom out to the big picture.
My pregnancy and our story has been on every single news channel. Then you think about, what about the women in Gaza that are also pregnant? They end up giving birth without their loved ones while their homes are being bombed.
Israeli forces have killed over 50,000 Palestinians in Gaza since the attacks began in October 2023.
The U.S. does fund a lot of the weapons, if not all of the weapons that are killing the people in Palestine. When you're living in a country that is doing that and you're paying taxes and your taxes are going towards these things, towards killing your people, that's something that I don't think anybody needs to think twice about standing up for and about talking about.